It's your boy Royal Play, back with another video. Okay, today we are here. We are back playing Vendreads. Alright, Zombies got some new support in a box, giving us Doom King, Balerdroch, or Balerdroch, or whatever. I just call him Baller. We got Mizuki, we got Unizombie, and we got the Shiranui Link 3, which is good. We all know Shiranuis are really good right now, but the other support can actually help other decks, and like it's really helping Vendreads, I think. I'm not saying this is the best way to play it, but this is just the way I came up with it, right? What you want to do is to be able to set up Savior, Beatrice with Zombie World and Balerdroch. As long as you got Slayer, you can go into Beatrice really easy. You just gotta follow a certain line. Baller gives you a negate on your opponent's turn and a banish one on your opponent's turn, long as the zombie activates an effect, and there your opponent's monsters be zombie when Zombie World is on the field. So it's really good. It's pretty consistent, because we also playing one Kazuki, because Kazuki is really good. Kazuki's still good because it's another way to get, it's a normal summon, and you can use him to get another card that you need in the graveyard. So most times if I got the ritual spell, then I can always just send a Slayer to the grave, and then I can get my play started. Or same thing with Solitaire. If I had 3, I would have played 3, but I only got 2. Because Solitaire is an easy way to get into Unizombie. Unizombie do the exact same thing, and it also can give you a card out your hand if you really need to. And because Unizombie is a tuner, you can open up the synchro plays. That's why we're playing a Shiranui engine as well. So we got the one Spectral Shade. We don't like drawing him. We rather see him later on, because then you can get 2 of your banished cards back. And then we got the Spectral Sword as well. Also playing the Banshee. The Banshee is another way to get to, is the way that you need to get into Zombie World. So when you send this with Beatrice, or if it's in your hand, and you can send it with Unizombie, and you can get your play started from there. Or even if this will be your normal summon for that turn, which is fine, because any of these cards can be your normal summon, and you're still good, because you need at least a normal summon that gets you an extra body on the board too at the end of the combo, which I'll show off. And then with the Unizombie, we're going into, you can go in a croc and here pretty easily and get you an extra draw and a pop on your opponent's turn. I got a replay showing that too. You can go into Sun Saga super easy, because most times if you got the Unizombie play, where either you open with Solitaire or you open up with Unizombie, you can you'll go into Slayer, then normal summon the Unizombie or the Solitaire to get you the Unizombie, then send the card to the graveyard to change its level to 4, and now you can synchro off into Sun Saga super easy. So then you got a little bit more protection. Savior is better if you only got 1. Like, you have to go into Savior if you only have 1 ritual spell in your hand. If you got 2 Origin in your hand, then you can go into one of the synchros instead. And that's why we max out on them, because you want to see them turn 1, because getting the Vendread play started is always priority. Then we got the one Shogun Saga and the Samurai Saga as well, with the one Beatrice. Shiranui Link 3, the new one, is good. I don't go into it too often, but I can go into it. We got the one Savior. He's like the main way to get the ritual spell back, so you can be able to do more plays. And then Sucker is also good. It's pretty good. I'm liking it. It's pretty consistent. There's still some hands that you break with, but overall it's pretty fun. I don't think it's meta at all, but it's really fun. Let's jump into some replays. Alright, let's get it popping. You see, in this hand we started with the Elevation, Solitaire, Slayer, and Samurai Skull. Samurai Skull is basically like Gazuki, but you don't got it triggers on normal summon instead of you having to activate it, which is actually good depending on the meta. He's probably could be better than Gazuki in some cases, but this only was playing this because I didn't have during this replay I didn't get a Unizombie yet, but I had everything else. So show you how we play because this is Slayer, and we got Slayer in a normal summon that sends something to the graveyard. It's like full combo. That's really all it is. And we go in second up against Blue Eyes. They go ahead and do their thing. Alright, my turn. So we start off with the evolution. Going into the Slayer, sending another Slayer to the grave. Then normal summon the Samurai Skull to send the Banshee to the grave. And then we normal summon or link into Slayer, which triggers the Slayer in the graveyard to add a fusion, a ritual back to the hand. Then you can send another Vendread to the grave. So then we activate Slayer to get back to Origin, then use Origin again, banishing the level 8 to go into another Slayer in the grave. So then we can go into Beatrice. Beatrice can send the Mizuki to the grave. Mizuki can bring back the Slayer. Then Banshee can banish to grab Zombie World. Slayer attacks. Then Savior can attack, sending the Baller to the grave, and now he can bring himself back inside my opponent's turn during their standby phase. And the good thing about Baller, because if they, like in this case, if your opponent they just try to rush and do it, but I still have Beatrice, and since Zombie rolls on the field, Beatrice is a zombie, I can activate Beatrice effect to send one to the grave, which triggers Baller's effect, banish one card on the field now, since a zombie activated in effect. And so now I can banish that, and I got a clear field. And you know, that's game. Let's get it popping. This time we got Samurai Skull, Mizuki, and Origin and Evolution. Alright, we start with Samurai Skull sending the Slayer to the grave. And now we can use Evolution to go in the Slayer, sending another Slayer from the deck to the grave. Then we can link those off to Savior. Savior. Grab us back the Evolution, since we can use it for next turn, since we already got the 2 Origins in our hand. We only need 2, so since we have the 2 already, we do it that way. Now we go into the other Slayer. Exceeds into Beatrice. Sending the Banshee. Banshee grabs Zombie World. Mizuki can bring back the Slayer. In the standby phase, we send the Baller. We special summon the Baller. We can negate his Cosmo, and he can't do nothing from there. And we're open to a clear field, so you know, Ice Dragon Prism, one thing you do gotta worry about, but he didn't have enough to stop us. Let's get it popping. Alright, this time we got Unizombie, Solitaire, and Evolution and Slayer. A really good hand. Going up against Mayakashi. You know, they take a minute to do that thing. Alright, so we always go Solitaire even if we have Unizombie in the hand, because you want the extra body in the grave. So we send Mizuki to the grave. We grab, use Elevation to go for Slayer. Then we link we sync those off to Sun Saga. And then use Origin to go on the Slayer. And then use the other Origin to go on the Slayer again. Yeah, we was able to do this because we had the 2 ritual spells in the hand. Because as long as you got 2 ritual spells, you can go into the synchros instead of going to Savior. So now this sets up the baller play. Mizuki can bring back the Slayer. Standby phase. We set up the baller. He uses Mayakashi now. Trigger his effect. So I banished it. Before he was able to be unaffected by everything. And then he went into the Mayakashi again. He tried to summon it back, but I negate that. He still had another one in the hand. But I think he misplayed and I win. Let's get it poppin'. Alright, so we got the Kazuki and the Evolution and Slayer. This time we sent Spectral Sword to the graveyard because we want the follow-up. We could have went Mizuki, but we chose to switch it up to go for a follow-up this time. Grab back the Origin, go into the Slayer. Go into Beatrice. Send a Banshee. Alright, then we set up the baller. We're going against them. Which is okay. He played the smart, not going into one. Not going into both, but we can we banish that because the Fuma can float after we attack it. He used Duel Wield, which is fine because we still got plays. Went to the Sun Saga, Origin, go into the Executor, attack for gang, just like that. Let's get it poppin'. We got Unizombie, Evolution and Slayer, so you know, still got full combo. Alright, we go into the Solitaire. Since we have Solitaire, we go Solitaire. But he ended up having Ice Dragon's Prism, which is fine. We still got the Vendread way. So we go Vendread, we go on the Slayer. And we couldn't do anything else because we already used our normal summon, so we just went into the Executor. And I know he playing Blue Eyes, so as long as we got Executor on the field, he need to be a little bit big. He can't beat over us, but he waited because we did. That's the downfall, that summon something with Evolution. Then he had a Valor, which is fine because we had the Origin, so now we can combo off. And now we're going to Savior. Say Slayer, grab us another Origin, send the Slayer to the grave. Savior can bring back the Evolution. Use the Evolution to send another Slayer to the grave to summon another Slayer from the grave. Then Origin, summon another Slayer. Then go on Beatrice, setting up the Banshee. So we attack you, did nothing, but we attack you, sending the baller to the grave. So now baller can special summon himself. Didn't care about negating White Stone. I negated that. Then he quits. Just like that. Let's get it poppin'. Alright, we got the baller in our hand with Evolution and Unizombie and Slayer. Great hand. Tinky's doing their thing. Went into the Berserker, which is really the only thing we gotta worry about. So I gotta play around the Berserker right now. I know. So I go into Slayer first, then normal summon the Unizombie. But I can't use the Unizombie effect or he gonna mess up the play, so I just gotta not use the Unizombie effect to go into Slayer. Then he used that to banish the Slayer from the grave, which is fine. We don't care about that because we can still combo off. So now we ain't gotta worry about the negate, so we got Vendread to do what we want. We got the ball. It did not using a Unizombie did mess up the fact that we had we needed another body in the grave, but so we had to banish the baller right there. But it's fine because we still able to go into Beatrice, and now Beatrice can send Mizuki to the grave. Mizuki can bring back the Slayer. Savior send the Executor to beat over the Berserker. Then we attacking that. He used the green to lower his attack, which is fine. Try to pop the Slayer, but we had Origin to protect, and then we beat over him. So then he continued his plays. Going to the Monk. Use the Dark to bounce the Slayer back to the hand. So he went to the Berserker. He tried to attack with the Berserker, but Slayer or Savior can destroy the Berserker, sending another 8 to the grave. And then we had a follow-up, and he had nothing. That would have been game. Just like that. As you can see, the deck is pretty good. We got some plays. As long as you're able to set up Slayer turn 1, you can pretty much do whatever you want. And Slayer in the normal summon, that's all you really need. And you can pretty much got full combo. So yeah, and remember, if you got 2 of the rituals in your hand, either 2 origins or origin and evolution, you can go into the synchro ways instead of going into Savior, because you really just need Savior to give you another ritual spell. And the ritual that you add to your hand from when Slayer is sent to the grave is usually the one that you don't have in your hand. This is once per turn, and Origin is not once per turn, so you can use Origin as many times as you want, but you can only use this one once. And if you gotta search anything else, you always search Origin. And then yeah, we got our plays. So the deck is good. The deck is fun. So let me know what y'all think. Is Vendread something or nothing?